A very good morning to all of you. We all use machines in our daily life which help us to do more work using less effort. Let's learn about some simple machines that we find around us. A device that helps to make our work simpler and easier is called a machine. A pair of scissors, a knife, a screw jack and a crowbar have very few parts and are simple machines. Some basic simple machines are lever, inclined plane, wheel and axle, pulley and screw. Lever. A lever is a rod or board that moves or turns around a fixed point. Levers are simple machines that are used to move or lift something. We use a lever when we ride a seesaw, turn on the light, and turn a door handle. Types of levers. A lever is a long, rigid body with a fulcrum along its length, which is a point at which the lever pivots. Load is the object you are lifting. Effort is the force applied to make the object move. There are three types of levers. First class lever, example scissors and seesaw. Second class lever, example nutcracker and wheelbarrow. Third class lever, example nail clipper and tweezer. First class lever. In a first class lever, the fulcrum is located between the load and the effort. When the fulcrum is closer to the load, then less effort is needed to move the load. Examples: scissors, seesaw, plier, a balance scale, crowbar, boat oars and hammer claws. Second class lever. In a second class lever, the load is located between the effort and the fulcrum. If the load is closer to the effort than the fulcrum, then more effort will be required to move the load. Examples: wheelbarrow, nutcracker, stapler and bottle opener. Third class lever. In a third class lever, the fulcrum remains at one end and the force of the effort is located between the fulcrum and the force of the load. Examples: a fishing rod, cricket bats, chopsticks and hockey stick. Inclined plane. An inclined plane is a sloping flat surface that makes it easier to slide a load upwards than to lift it. In the picture, a man can be seen pushing a heavy load up an inclined plane. The less steep the slope, the easier it is to push the load up. Examples: we use an inclined plane when we wheel our bicycle up a ramp, push a trolley up a ramp at the airport, push a wheelchair up a ramp in the hospital, drive up a winding mountain road in a car or bus. Wheel and axle. It is a simple machine made of a wheel with a rod joined at the center. They rotate together. By turning the rod, the wheel could be turned. The rod is known as the axle. Carts, cars, buses, railway wagons, tractors, bicycles and water wheels have wheels and axles to make them move. There are two kinds of water wheels. Those that use the force of flowing water to do useful work like grinding grain. As the wheel rotates, it turns the axle, which turns a grinding stone to grind the wheat into flour. These are called water mills. Another type of water wheels are used to raise water from a well or river. As the wheel rotates, the buckets filled with water are pulled up. As they go around, they drop the water on the other side of the wheel. This water is collected and used mainly for irrigation. Pulley. A simple pulley consists of a wheel with a grooved rim through which a rope passes. The wheel is fixed to a support. The load is tied to one end of the rope. Effort is used to pull the other end of the rope to lift the load. Such a pulley makes our work easier by simply changing the direction of the force. A downward effort is used to lift the load up. Some more examples of pulleys are crane, elevator and flagpole pulley. Screw. A screw has a long and thin metal shaft with threads spiraling along its length. The strength of a screw's hold depends on the width of the threads and the distance between them. The screw has become an integral part of the mechanical age. It can be used to hold things together, lift heavy loads, drill holes on objects. Now we know a lot about simple machines as basic mechanical devices which by applying a force help in doing work. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and for more videos, please like and subscribe the channel.